Sports Show, time to talk SANFL. So it's a big weekend.
Very big weekend.
On a Monday too. Monday public holiday. Glenelg up against Sturt. And Glenelg are humming along just nicely, sitting in second spot, mate. The big weekend over the Crows. So we thought we'd get the coach in, Darren Reeves, and the guy that kicked the winning goal, Matty Allen, joins us. Thanks for coming in, fellas.
Thanks for having us.
Maybe we'll start with you, mate. It's first year in the hot seat, head coach. What's been the things that you've been most pleased with so far into the season?
I think just the buy-in from the playing group in terms of how we want to go about it. Right from the first training session, they've been engaged and willing to listen and challenge, and they've just gone about their work with minimal fuss, and we've been able to see some rewards over the last 4 or 5 weeks of what we've been doing from day one. And but a huge challenge this weekend. We come up against a team that's undefeated and gave us a touch-up round one, so we've got a bit of work to do this week and get stuck into it on Monday.
The win on the weekend, Darren, that win over Adelaide, which is a great win, 3 points. I think one of us went for Glenelg last week. I think it might have been me.
It was not you.
Oh, it wasn't me?
It was
okay. Fair enough.
And I'm prepared to say I had a bias.
That's all right. But it sets this week up really, really well, doesn't it? Because this game here, I know the club's gone to a lot of trouble with this game, but the win on the weekend really sets it up now, because you're right up there and you'd be on you're on a bit of a high, and now the club can go ahead and promote the game as a blockbuster, which it is. It's 1v2, so good win on the weekend, mate.
Yeah, it was a great win. I mean, we were behind in the game early. We found a way to stick at it and stay to the process and kept ourselves in touch at half time. We had a really good third quarter, and then even in the last quarter we fell behind again and probably felt like there was going to be an uphill battle from there, but we just stayed composed, and we knew we were going to get a couple of opportunities. It was just an ability to be able to take advantage of those, and fortunately the guy here on my right, he had a fair play at the end of the game to get the result our way. But no, just credit to the boys, they stuck at it. Adelaide's a really good footy side. They had a talented midfield in there, and it was always going to be a battle for us through that part of the ground. But once we've sort of got on top or broke even through that part of the ground, we got the ball going our way and gave ourselves a chance, which was really positive. But the club's done a great job over the last couple of weeks, and the SANFL, just to promote this game. And bit of luck, the weather stays nice to us, and we're able to get a good crowd there. And we've had good crowds all year, and Sturt obviously have a great support base as well, and they're flying, so we expect a lot of their supporters there, and it should be a really entertaining day.
Oh, they'll be there.
Let's talk about it, Matty. 3 minutes to go in the game, mate. You take the mark, play on, 55 out, goal, and that kind of sets up the win in the end. What's going through your head when you take the mark?
Well, when I first took the mark, I suppose I was turned around, initially probably thought, I knew it was late in the game, probably just looked for one of our big fellas. But yeah, just saw a bit of space, and the man on the mark has to stand now, so I thought if I pinch a couple of early steps I might be able to catch him off guard, and I did that, and then as I closed in on 50 I thought I might have a shot here, and luckily it went through.
It's really great, I might have a shot. Yeah, I might have a shot. What's going through your head? Is it different?
As soon as he took the mark, it's wanting to play on, so it's been part of our encouragement to him all the time. He's such a penetrating kick, and so our message has been to him for a little while that if he gets the opportunity to roll and go, take that chance. So that straight away, that was our thought process, but easier said than done, and still got to execute, and his ability to be able to execute was exceptional.
It's still got to be done under the pump, though, doesn't it? That's the thing. You've still got to. Matt takes the mark. He could have quite easily just gone back and, I've taken the mark here or whatever. That's great footy, but it's also good coaching, because he knows that he's got your backing to go anyway. So it's a great goal. Did you know you were coming in here before you kicked the goal?
I think I had an inkling I was coming in, but
that's why you kicked the goal.
So you think you said, I'll kick the goal and give me something to talk about?
Exactly right.
Confident that was going through his mind at the moment. Hey, Matty, belief, winning creates a belief in what the new coach is trying to bring to the program. You've been there a little while. What's been the change for you with the coach coming in?
I think the biggest thing that stands out is probably our ability to total buy-in, in particular on the defensive end, has probably stood out this year, and I think that's showing our scores against it in a healthy position at the moment. So that's probably been a big part, and we've had a couple of things that we focus on, and that's been held us in really good stead. And we're winning games of footy, but I feel like we're winning the right way and playing a strong brand of footy. So hopefully we keep building that as we have been so far.
I mean, there's much change. I mean, between Crows on the weekend and now Sturt coming up on Monday with you guys this week at training, is the focus remain mainly on you guys and some work on Sturt? Yeah. Business as usual, really?
It's probably one of the things I've tried to sort of get right over the course of the year. I used to, even as an assistant coach and reserves coach, I used to watch a lot of the opposition vision. I've probably gone away from doing that, and not watching as much, having a real clear focus on what's important out of what the opposition does, but then really trying to focus on what we do really well and making sure we get that right. And we've been able to do that, I think, pretty well. We'll still be a bit of a focus on what Sturt do, but try and get our stuff right. If we do that, I think we held us in a good position to be in the contest and give ourselves a chance.
Let's talk about the promotion, mate, because I know the club's gone to a lot of trouble here. Not a lot of trouble, that's what they do, but they've really built this game up, haven't they? It's a 10k at the Bay. It's been billed as 10k at the Bay. Back in 2008, I think they're trying to replicate what happened there. They got about 11,500 at the Bay for the Glenelg and Sturt. It set it up beautifully, but there's lots happening, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's, I think there's 3 chances here to win 10k. I reckon,
so,
if you can kick the ball in a bucket or something like that at 3/4 time in the league game. So
okay, I'm out of that one.
Yeah, down you go, mate. You better get down.
What's the second one?
But well, you've got to be dunked first, I think. But there's celebrity dunking. Now, I've got to ask you, mate, did he come up in dispatches as being a man to be dunked? Because there's going to be celebrities being dunked.
Well, I already missed out on celebrity.
Good point. But yeah, do you know who's going to do that at the moment? Or
No, there's a few high profile. I don't think they've announced them yet, but there's a few high profile people. I believe they're trying to get the Premier as one of those.
Really,
Whether that happens or not, I'm not sure. But Phil's definitely on the list. I think he's
Behind
played
the Premier. I can't believe that.
Interstate card. I believe he's played at the stage, but we'll see if we can change his flights to see if we can make that happen. But yeah, the club's planned a lot of things going on. I think it's one of the SANFL Super Games as well. So I think there's lots of activities going on around the ground. I know they're sort of fencing off the car park and having lots of different food stalls and all.
it's mini golf, is it?
Yeah, lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So I think the SANFL is such a great competition. So any opportunity we can get to promote it and showcase it as the best we can, it's worth doing. And I know the club and the SANFL are doing a great job in doing that.
Sure. It's a really difficult one, isn't it? Because it's an important game, 1v2. There's a lot going on around. We want to promote what's going on. At the same time as the coach, you go, I want to promote it, but I don't want the distraction to be too great. I want us to stay where we are. Where does it sit with you, the promotion and trying to stay on track?
I think the playing group, and they're pretty experienced, and they understand that that's there, and they'll do that side of it as best they can. But then when it gets time to get to work, they'll get to work. And it's a longer week this week with a longer break, so it's a 9-day break. So we've got plenty of time to sort of worry about that outside of our training times. But they're pretty switched on. They won't worry about it too much. We'll let that to the powers that be to do that.
All right, so if the club comes to you and says, look, we need the guy that kicked the goal last week that won the game to go down the slide, would that be okay?
No.
Just want to clear that up, mate. Do you look past this game? Mate, do you guys look past this game? You know, you've got this game and then we're looking forward, or is it the one game at a time?
I actually think it is one game at a time. I know it's cliche as that is, but one, the competition's so even. If you're not on each week, you're going to get found out. We've seen that across all games with a lot of teams this year. But 2, Sturt at the top of the table, a great team. It's a big game for us, and we're leading into a break after that as well. So it really is just this week for now, and get through, see how we go, and then reset and look at the back after year.
Darren, does it give you a chance here, this 9-day break? Have you got any guys coming back? You got some injuries or? Not
necessarily from a league level. We got Max Proud back last week and Liam Wisden after they both missed a couple of games, but we've got Hugh Stagg that'll come back into the 2s this weekend. He's missed a few weeks, but we're pretty healthy at the moment. That's the challenge at this level. You need a bit of luck along the way with the injuries, and we've been pretty fortunate so far that we haven't got too many that are out of the game, so we're pretty healthy.
How many players did you have in the stateside? It was only a couple of weeks ago as well. So
yeah, we had
you would have had a few blokes in the stateside.
So Matty was part of that. Max, 5 or 6 in the end, but Max was part of that, but unfortunately was out injured. But so for these guys and Sturt in the same boat, a number of guys that have played trial games and now sort of 8 or 9 games in a row plus a state game, they're itching for a break as well. So
that 9 days.
Yeah, get this little break in, get another game out of the way, and then they get a bit of a time off, a weekend off, and some time to reset, and probably more from a mental perspective than anything, just to refresh and attack the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Style of game, mate, your style compared to Sturt's style of game, similar or different?
I think most clubs play a similar brand. Everyone's trying to sort of defend similar. Everyone wants to hit the scoreboard and move the ball, and so it's what you can allow the opposition and what they allow you at times. But I mean, I'm sort of been out on record saying that we want to be a high-scoring team, we want to play attractive football, but in the end you've got to be able to defend to be able to do that as well, so there's been a bit of a focus for that on for us on that side of the game.
Mate, to go from assistant coach into the head coaching role, what's been a couple of the biggest changes that you've noticed?
It's what coaching is every day, no matter what. It's probably just goes to another level. That it's every minute of the day now. You're always thinking about what you need to be doing, who I haven't spoken to, or who I need to get to, etc. So I love it. I love that side of it. I love players coming in, sitting in the office and watching vision and just talking and getting to know them as well as I can. So I enjoy that side of it, but not a lot, to be honest. It's just that it's a full-time, everyday situation.
Oh, it's easy to say that when you're second on the ladder, mate. Wait till you come down the bottom, I'll ask you the same question. I really appreciate you coming in, boys, mate. A great job on the weekend by you two, mate, to get your team over the line. Massive game for the club. It's going to be a terrific weekend. Monday, need to get down the bay, pack it out. Let's get over 10,000 people. It will be a ripping game. 1v2 Monday at the Bay.